Hi, and welcome, John Morris Show on a Thursday. Glad you are with us today with Brandon McGinnis and Garrett Ross, and appreciate you wherever you might be tuned in this morning or watching from the archive. Fun day ahead, fun hour ahead. NCAA basketball tournament cranks back into high gear tonight. Arizona and Houston in action. Arizona in the west, Houston in the south. They play this evening. Iowa State plays tomorrow. Oh, by the way, it's also the start of Major League Baseball season today. Garrett's rocking the Roberto Clemente jersey. I like that. Very nice. But Major League Baseball season, I say begins today. There was actually a game last night as the Yankees played the Giants on Netflix. Does anything say 2026 more than the Major League season opener on Netflix? But it was, and I sampled that a little bit, went over there to look at it, and really good production by Netflix. Not so much, wasn't much of a close game. The Yankees won easily, despite Aaron Judge striking out 4 times in the game last night. But the season is underway. It begins for real today. We'll talk about that more in just a moment. But NCAA tournament back in action today. Sweet 16 games in the South and in the West. That includes Arizona in action tonight. And Arizona out in San Jose, California. And they are the number 1 seed in the West. The Big 12 regular season and tournament champs, a team that a lot of people have going all the way to the national championship this year. I didn't do a bracket this year, but I would have picked Arizona, I think, to win it all, with Houston right on their heels. Maybe both can make the Final Four. But here is, let you hear now from Tommy Lloyd, the head coach of the Arizona Wildcats. His team has, the way the question was framed is, Sweet 16 has been regular for Arizona. Is there any burden on your shoulders to now get past the Sweet 16 this year?
Not really. I don't feel a burden. I mean, I know it's easy to create narratives. These are hard basketball games, and I fully respect that. I love this team. I love how this team's built. I think this team's built for the long haul, but I also respect the fact that we're going to have to do it, possession by possession, media timeout to media timeout, game by game, and our opponents are formidable. So yeah. I obviously we want to be playing Saturday, but we're not going to look past this opportunity or make it like a end all be all, for anything, because it's not that. Our approach to our guys has been normal. Let's just treat this as normal. Like we're playing on 3 days rest instead of 4 days rest. Well, we did that in the Big 12. So, let's just treat this as normal and let's not make it bigger than it really is.
It's Tommy Lloyd, the head coach of the Arizona Wildcats. They, as the 1 seed in the West, they'll play 4 seed Arkansas. That is John Calipari tonight. In this tournament, there was famously a matchup between Memphis and Gonzaga when Calipari was at Memphis, when Tommy Lloyd, he was a 20-year assistant at Gonzaga, when they met up in the NCAA tournament. But tonight happens for Arizona and Arkansas. Tommy Lloyd trying to obviously focus in on Arkansas, focus in on this game tonight. But there are a few distractions around. One of those is Tommy Lloyd's name is being bandied about as a possible candidate for the North Carolina job. Hubert Davis fired a couple of nights ago. And here is how Tommy Lloyd answers that question about the UNC rumors.
What I'll say, Seth, is I already have one of the best jobs in the country. And one thing we talk about in our program all the time, and I think I've gotten better at, and I think our team's been crushing it this year, is just the ability to have full focus and be present in the moment. And so I think we have a great team. I think we have a chance to advance in this tournament game by game, but I'm not delusional. I know we could lose tomorrow, but this team deserves my full focus. So there's not one thing that is going to knock me off my path. I'm 100% focused on Arizona basketball and this program, and I can't wait till the ball gets thrown up tomorrow, and then can't wait to try to figure out a way to come out on top.
All right, very good. Saying all the right things, and I think he's right. I mean, North Carolina is open, but he does have one of the best jobs in America, doesn't he?
He really does. That was something I brought up to Zach Gelb yesterday when we were discussing this, was like, there's a few jobs out there and a few positions, right? Like if you're Dusty May and your name's being bannered about at Michigan, that's traditionally a football school, right? Like you're always going to be in the background, no matter how good that football program is. Arizona's a basketball school.
Yeah.
Like, and if you are the head coach of Arizona, you can, or Kansas or something, like it's be very difficult to get me to leave where I'm at to go and take that job. So I think he answered it right. Now, another coach, TJ Otzelberger, he might not be in that situation. Yeah. So it's a little different with that one.
He's getting questions too.
He's definitely getting some questions.
And his name is, and that's a credit to what he's built at Iowa State, you know, to have his name mentioned with that North Carolina job. So, and I'm thinking North Carolina thinks we could go after any coach in the country and they would at least listen to us. Don't you?
No, they have to. And that's the thing. I'm really interested because this whole, they do. I'm going to do another Michigan reference, but like Michigan with football, right? It was Michigan men. We got to have our Michigan guys, and Rich Rod went. It didn't really work, and you saw what unfolded now, and now Kyle Whittingham will get the shot at it. North Carolina is all North Carolina guys, and I think that's part of their problem and why it was so difficult to make the decision. Like you're going to have to think, get outside of the box, and get uncomfortable with it. But yeah, if you have TJ Otzelberger is an option, I'm taking that in a heartbeat. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And you're right. You wonder if North Carolina might go outside the family, so to speak.
You know, have to.
I think the tea leaves kind of read that way, that they might go outside. All right. So Arizona plays Arkansas. It's tonight. It's an 8:45 tip-off on CBS tonight. Fabulous night of basketball ahead. And that includes Arizona from the Big 12 versus Arkansas. Then later, a 9:05 tip-off from Houston from the Toyota Center. The Houston Cougars are there in the South, and they are playing Illinois this evening. 2-seed Houston, 3-seed Illinois, playing in their hometown tonight. This is a tough ticket in Houston, as you might imagine, not just because of Houston, but because of the other schools that are there. Iowa's there. Illinois is there also. So here is Kelvin Sampson, the head coach of the Houston Cougars. He was asked about how big of an impact could the fans have on his team's game or games there in Houston.
Hard to say. In this same game last year, we were in Indianapolis. 60 whatever miles it was from Purdue's campus. They had 20,000 Purdue fans. And then the next game we played Tennessee. They had 20,000 Tennessee fans. So hard to say. I do know that having coached in the Big Ten for 2 years, that the Big Ten travels well. I would expect there'd be a lot of Illinois fans here. They have a tremendous program, terrific fan base, but so does Nebraska. We just witnessed that in Oklahoma City. I mean, they took that place over. And then Iowa. Iowa has great fan base, so it'll be interesting. I think Houston got 4 great basketball programs and 4 great fan bases.
Kelvin Sampson on his team playing in their home city tonight. It's really smart, really interesting to see the way this played out. If University of Houston had been the host school for this regional, even if it's not on their floor in the Fertitta Center, they could not have been sent there. Houston could not have played there tonight. They would have been sent to another regional. But Rice University is the host school in Houston. So a very smart move there. So Houston can play in the South, and they can play in Houston, which they will do tonight against Illinois. Brad Underwood's the head coach of the Illinois Fighting Illini. He's got some Texas ties, coached at Stephen F. Austin, coached in the Big 12 at Oklahoma State, and now is doing really, really good things at Illinois. A lot of people very high on this Illinois team. He was asked also What about the impact of playing Houston in the Sweet 16 tonight?
You know, I've been asked that before, and I'll be honest, I could care less. And I'm gonna sound really kind of selfish here. I'm an old JUCO ball coach. I drove on 16 passenger vans. I drove from Dodge City, Kansas to Mesa, Arizona for a basketball game, for a tournament in a bus. You had told me back then that I'm getting to coach basketball in the Sweet 16 and play Houston. I would sign up for it. I would crawl to get there. If we want to beat them, no matter where we play them, we'd have to play great. Guess what? We're going to have to do that tomorrow. And I think they're going to have to play well if they want a chance to beat us. And so we've won on the road. We've been pretty successful doing that in the Big Ten. So I don't pay too much attention to it. I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and you know, playing Houston's a challenge enough. It doesn't matter where.
It's a pretty good approach, right?
I love that.
I know. He says basically, bring them on. We'll play them anywhere, and we're just happy to be here.
In my head, I'm just picturing him say that, and I'm thinking of Mick Cronin complaining. And I'm like, could you imagine Mick Cronin having to
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. The world would be unfair.
Oh, Lord.
That's
funny.
Good approach by Brad Underwood there. Illinois and Houston comes up tonight. 9:05 scheduled tip-off tonight. The other game there, the first game in Houston, as Coach Sampson mentioned, is Iowa, a 9 seed, and Nebraska, a 4 seed. Nebraska, the darlings of the tournament so far, one of them at least. They had never won an NCAA tournament game before this year, and now here they are in the Sweet 16, and they've got a Big Ten matchup against Iowa tonight. They split during the regular season, Iowa and Nebraska. They'll play tonight in Houston for a chance to advance to the Elite Eight of the tournament. The first game out west, that is Texas, the 11 seed, playing 2 seed Purdue. Texas from the first 4 to the Sweet 16, and they play at 6:10 tonight, tip-off Central Time. That'll be on CBS. So the Longhorns and the Boilermakers, first game of the night, 6:10 this evening, CBS. That is KWTX-TV here in Waco in Central Texas. So 4 really good games, really good matchups tonight, which is what you would expect when you get to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament. So that'll be fun to watch. 4 big games tonight, 4 more coming up tomorrow, including Iowa State. So we'll keep you updated and preview those as we continue today and tomorrow. All right, we're glad you're with us on a Thursday morning. A little bit overcast right now in Central Texas, but warming up. Nice day. Baylor football back on the practice field, spring practice number 2 this afternoon for Baylor football. And as we mentioned, the opening day, the true opening day for Major League Baseball. I'm going to say it's not a true opening day unless the Reds are on the field, and they get that traditional opener every year. But there was a game last night, but the Reds do play the Red Sox today, which is pretty cool. We'll talk more about that when we come back. Glad you're with us. John Morris Show from the TFNB studios on historic Elm Avenue in Waco. We are brought to you by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing. The Brazos Landing with that terrific $12 lunch menu. Go in there and say, yeah, we sent you by. I heard about this $12 lunch menu. Show me what you got. And you'll go, wow, that is amazing. How about an akaushi burger? That's great. How about red beans and rice? Terrific. They've got shrimp and chicken and fish baskets there also at the Brazos Landing, all on that $12 lunch menu. Check them out. They are open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. today, lunch and dinner inside in the French Quarter or outside in the Swamp Shack. And the weather's nice enough you can sit out there with the big garage door windows open. Or coming soon is the porch at the Brazos Landing. So watch for that. The Brazos Landing, where I-35 and the Brazos River meet. We appreciate their partnership with us. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more in a moment. John Morris Show on a Thursday.
Hey, it's Zach Gelb. We're talking NFL and college football. Plus, we have some of the biggest interviews in sports media. You got to check out the Zach Gelb Show right here on 365 Sports, weekdays 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 to 3 p.m. Central. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/@ZachGelbShow.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Are you looking for top-shelf sports talk about the West Virginia Mountaineers, where you can get objective analysis, but with the passion of a fan? Well, look no further than right here at Couz's Corner. I am Justin Couz Walker, the host of Couz's Corner, and you can find my show on demand over at YouTube. Most shows are uploaded by 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also check out my live post-game reaction shows. My special guest interviews, you can find it all on YouTube at Couz's Corner. Go check it out.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people, from first accounts to business growth. They actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And back with us, John Morris Show on a Thursday, brought to you by Alliance Bank Central Texas. We appreciate them greatly. Your Central Texas business bank, voted by Forbes 2025 Best in State Banks. Alliance Bank Central Texas values their relationships with their customers and with their communities. 7 convenient locations around Central Texas, 7 to serve you better, and available on the web at alliancebanktexas.com. Thanks to Alliance Bank Central Texas. Thanks also to Gary Hoffman and Tow King of Waco. Tow King here to help the next time you're stuck on the road, a locally owned and family-run business. Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with highly trained operators. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time that you need help on the road. All right, NCAA tournament games coming up tonight. Major League Baseball, ton of games today. Traditional opening day, as you would say. The Rangers open in Philadelphia this afternoon. The Astros are at home. They are playing the Angels in Houston to open the season. Matt Roberts in our office is a big-time Angels fan, so you better believe he's going to be down there today to see that game. game, and I don't know if he's staying for the whole weekend, but he'll be there for the opener today down in Houston. I mentioned the Reds are opening against the Red Sox, a renewal of the 1975 World Series. Now, that goes back. A lot of you weren't born when that World Series was played, but gosh, it was so good. The Carlton Fisk Game 6, the home run that won it for the Red Sox, and then the Reds came back to win Game 7, win the first of back-to-back World Series for Cincinnati. That was the Big Red Machine, and that was the team. Garrett, you know this, team of my youth for sure, because I was growing up in Danville, Kentucky, and that is big Reds country there.
No, it really is. And that's the cool thing about it is how, like, Kentucky has no pros, really sports teams, but you're right there and you're so close, so you can adapt to that. But no, the Reds are all, like, traditionally one of the best teams in MLB, just the history with it. But yeah, no, I wish I would have been alive to watch the Big Red Machine. I really do.
Man. As 50 years ago, 75 and 76, back-to-back years, back-to-back World Series championships. But it was so fun. Just grew up a big Reds fan, and I was literally the kid that went to sleep with the radio under my pillow, listening to Marty Brenneman and Joe Nuxall do the games. And I would continue, I'd fall asleep. And now you can set it so it goes off after a certain time, or I listen on my phone and put a timer on there. But then I would fall asleep listening to the game and just run through those 9-volt batteries on the radio. But gosh, that's how I grew up, listening to Reds games. And Marty Brenneman's a Hall of Fame broadcaster, now retired. He retired in 2019. Joe Nuxall passed away. But it just kind of takes you back when you think about for me, at least, growing up, listening, watching the Reds. You didn't watch that much because there weren't that many games on television. Now you've got the option pretty much every game of watching or listening to pretty much every game in Major League Baseball. It was a different world. Back then, kids, going way back, it was the NBC Saturday Game of the Week, and that was pretty much it for baseball on television. But every game was on the radio, and it was a lot of fun. And we would go up there. Danville's probably 2 hours from Cincinnati, and we'd go up there 2 or 3 times every summer and see the team play. I remember once going to Crosley Field, the old Crosley Field, seeing a game there against the Braves. And then they moved into Riverfront Stadium in 1970, and that was just the sparkling new ballpark right on the river. Really cool. And we would go up there 2 or 3 times every summer. So good memories there, and still a Reds fan, and I stay in touch. And Brian Giesenslaw is a good friend. He is the pregame, postgame host for the Reds on television. So Brian's a good contact for me up there. And we were texting last night about on the eve of the start of the season. I've met John Sadak, who does TV for the Reds, and he does a terrific job. Did NCAA tournament basketball this past weekend, and he's as good or better than anybody. John Sadak is really, really good. Jeff Brantley switches radio and TV. Tommy Thrall does radio. So big fan of the Reds, and they play this afternoon against the Red Sox, which is cool because Terry Francona in his second year as the manager of the Reds, of course, won a couple of World Series, kind of broke the curse of the Bambino when he was the manager of the Red Sox. So that is the opener today, Reds and Red Sox from Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. And one other note there with Cincinnati, University of Cincinnati, now in the Big 12, we're making pretty regular trips to Cincinnati, which is fun for me. This basketball season back in February, we played there. We stayed downtown. Really nice place set up by Ty Beard. Thank you, Ty. And close enough to walk down to the ballpark. So I would just kind of, fanboy out, walk down, walk around the ballpark. The Holy Grail is a restaurant that's right there. And so it's just fun. It's fun to kind of think about how meaningful that was for me in sports. And Marty Brenneman, I've met him and interviewed him, and just think about, I think, even though I was just one of a million listening to him growing up, I thought, I want to do that. Man, what a great job. And I think that he kind of influenced what I'm doing today. So Really fun, and the opener is today, and start of Major League Baseball season is such a sign of spring, and it'll be fun to watch and listen to all those games today. All right, let's take a break. Let's come back and talk to James Francis, former Baylor football All-American linebacker. James then was a first-round draft pick of the Cincinnati Bengals, so he played in Cincinnati, had a great career there, now retired, and he'll be part of the card show down in Temple this weekend. So let's visit with James Francis, reminisce a little bit. We'll do that when we come back. John Morris Show, brought to you in part by DeCampley's. Italy meets Texas at DeCampley's every day in a warm and authentic experience, serving lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, and some off-menu specials available on Fridays and Saturdays. DeCampley's in Waco, serving the best authentic Italian dishes. John Morris Show, brought to you by the Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing every day of the week. We'll take a break and be right back. James Francis joins us when we return.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports,
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Looking for football talk without the fluff? It's Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell, a former NFL quarterback breaking down the game from the inside, plus real conversations about sports, leadership, life, and everything in between. No hot takes for clicks, just honest analysis, strong opinions, and stories you won't hear anywhere else. Football talk and more, the way it's supposed to be. Subscribe now to Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell on YouTube.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Welcome back, John Morris Show on a Thursday. We've been telling you about another big card show coming up this weekend, card and collectible show. It's at the Frank Mayborn Center in Temple. And one of the celebrities, I'm going to say the celebrity that's going to be there, is our man James Francis out of Lamarck High School, former Baylor All-American linebacker, then with the Bengals. And James joins us now. Man, it is great to see you. Thanks for your time. And how are things going?
Everything's going well. It's great to be seen, and hey, looking forward to it.
Very cool. Very cool. What do you like these things? I bet you get asked to do them a lot, right? Some shows, some card collectible shows.
Yeah, I do. You know, it's you know, I just appreciate, you know, somebody, you know, people just even, you know, remembering who I am. You know,
yeah.
It's a blessing. I guess, you know, I take it all in stride. I have a good time with it, and I truly enjoy it.
Very cool. Well, folks can see you there this weekend. Do you know, are you there Saturday or Sunday or both?
I'm there Saturday from 12 to 2.
All right, perfect. There you go. Saturday, 12 to 2. You can come, meet, get a visit with, get maybe a picture, an autograph with James Francis. That'll be fun to do. And James, going back to Lamarck High School, coming to Baylor. First at Lamarck, man, you all had some teams there, didn't you, during your high school days?
Yeah, we had some great teams there. We had a great tradition there of winning. You know, we was 5A back in the 80s, and we kind of, now they're 4A, sometimes they be 3A. But we had a great run for about 20 years of, you know, of just dominating down in Galveston County area in the state of Texas. You know, and we take pride in that. We had a good year this year to try to get back to where we used to be. So I'm looking forward to next year.
Nice, very good. So you're still plugged in there, huh, with Lamarck?
Oh yeah. I go to Lamarck quite a bit. I mean, it's a lot of people in Lamarck think I live there so much, but I actually live in Austin.
Right, that's good. And out of high school, I'm sure you had a lot of choices. What do you remember about Baylor recruiting you and how you ended up at Baylor?
Well, you know, my brother was there, so you know I have been around Baylor since I was 15. You know, because my older brother Ron was there before I got there, so I knew Baylor. I knew some people there. I knew some of the players there, but I was leaning toward Arkansas, to be honest with you. But then Grant Taft came down and spoke at my spring banquet in high school, and that was the moment I knew I wanted to go play for that man.
Man, that's great. Coach Taft can do that, can't he? I mean, he can make you think that the sky's orange if he wants to.
Yes, he definitely has a gift. I always tell people, Coach Taft was more of a motivator. He was more of a guy who could make you think you can run through a brick wall, you know, and I needed that at the time at my age and my personality. I have a laid back personality. I'm not a hoorah guy, but Grant Taft gave me that confidence to believe in myself.
Very cool. And Ron being here, that was probably a factor also. Did y'all play together a year or 2 years here?
We played together 1 year. His senior year was my freshman year. Yes.
Gotcha. How fun was that for you guys to be reunited here at Baylor?
Oh, that was great because, you know, I never got to play with him, you know, because he's 5 years older than me, but he got redshirted and I didn't. So that's how I ended up playing with him for 1 year. And it was cool, you know, playing on the same side, looking over my shoulder and seeing my brother out there playing cornerback and talking to him and, you know, he giving me signals. So it was cool.
Man, that's great. That's a good memory of both you guys. It was so cool having you here at Baylor. Who was, remind me, who was the defensive coordinator? Who was the linebackers coach for you?
Defensive coordinator was the one and only Pete Fredenberg.
There you go.
And my linebacker coach was John Goodner.
Oh, man. Two great ones there, right?
Oh, man, two great ones. May he rest in peace. That was a good man. Man, those were some great coaches, and they was good people, and they cared about you so much off the field, just as much as they did on the field.
That's nice. And Coach Fredenberg, a great track record, now retired from a great career following Baylor at UMHB. Coach Goodner passed away. I always thought that with Coach Goodner on our side, on Baylor's side, we always had a chance in a game because of the halftime adjustments that he could make. Did you see that for him?
Oh, yeah, he was such a student of the game. He was he was a coach that really studied the game and tried to put that in his players, and he entrusted us to make those adjustments. One thing to have those adjustments, but one thing is trusting your guys to make your vision come true on the football field, live and in action, full speed. And he was great at that.
He is so good. Such a great coach and such a great man also, like you said. Appreciate he and his family. So Baylor, and I think back to that 89 season when the defense, you guys were just rock solid. The offense was a little sketchy or a little uneven. Say that. There were a couple of games that I remember most, like that 6-3 loss to Rice. You know, you guys, the defense, you did everything you could possibly do. The offense just couldn't score that day.
Yeah, our offense was a struggle. You know, my whole senior year. I always tell people we had the offense that Robert Griffith had. We could have won a national championship back then.
Exactly.
but you know, those guys, you know, we know they was trying hard. You know, it's just the way the ball bounced sometimes. You know, it just didn't click for us offensively our senior year. But you know, when you win as a team, you win as a team. When you lose as a team, you lose as a team.
Yeah, very good. That's great approach. And I'm not dissing the offense at all, but the defense was just so dominant with you guys.
Yes.
Who else was around you? I remember Robert Blackman back there.
Oh man, matter of fact, we just had a reunion this past weekend. It's
really? Yeah.
Yeah, we just had a reunion this past weekend down at Anthony Ray's home in Edna, Texas.
Nice.
It was me. You know, we had Blackman, we had Santana Dotson, we had Mike Welch, Gary Joe Kenny, man, John Godfrey, Robin Jones, Frankie Smith, Malcolm Frank. I can go on and on. Curtis Halford, Daniel Morgan. We had some true football players. You know, and I was surrounded by a bunch of talent, and so I don't. You know, people always say, "Hey, man, you had a great senior year," but they don't understand. I was surrounded by a bunch of guys that made me look real good.
Well, you did your part. You did more than your part there, linebacker. How was that reunion? I bet you guys told some stories, didn't you?
Yeah, we told some stories, told some lies. You know how it goes. but we had a great time.
That's cool. What a great opportunity for you guys to get together. The other game I remember from '89, your senior season, was the Texas win in Austin. Baylor hadn't won in Austin in 38 years, and you guys go down there and beat them 50-7. 50-7. Now, the offense, you think, all right, offense came that day, and they did, but how many of those 50 points were scored by or set up by the defense that day?
I think it was 28 to 50. I know Blackman had 3 interceptions.
I think you're right.
Blackman had 3. I had 1 interception. So you know, the offense put up some points, but that was a day, man. That was a great way to go out. You know, that was me and Blackman's last game, and man, he put on a show, man. I just was so happy for him because me and Blackman, we were roommates our whole time at Baylor. We became like brothers. We're still close to this very day. And it was just great to see him have that kind of game on the final day of his career.
Wow. Oh, what a game. I'll never forget that one. 50-7, and could have been a shutout. Texas scored really late, didn't they, to avoid the shutout?
Yeah, Texas, they didn't want to get beat 50-0, so they were still playing hard, and everybody else was trying to not get injured.
Yeah, that's true. Mike McKenzie had a touchdown catch. I think your last points in that game. So that was really fun. 50-7 in November of 1989. So tell everybody you're in Austin now, and what are you doing these days?
Well, I actually live in Round Rock, part of Austin, kind of a suburb of Austin. I've been here 15 years, and me and my wife got a couple of businesses going. We do a catering business, and I work with my foundation, the James Francis Foundation. You can go online, you can look it up. There's a lot of good things going on there. I got a golf tournament coming up in June the 11th. So I've always been a laid back guy. I'm a laid back guy, and raising grandkids. Believe it or not, I got 11 grandkids.
11. How about that?
Yeah. I got 11 grandkids, and spending time with them and just enjoying life. I've been a blessed guy, so now I get the chance to sit back and enjoy life and watch my grandkids grow up.
Oh, you are a blessed man. 11 grandkids. How about
Yes.
That's full
Nine,
right there.
9 girls, 2 boys.
Is that right? How about that? Wow.
Yeah, nine girls, 2 boys. Wow.
That's funny. And they've got you wrapped around their finger, don't they? Those girls.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
What about the foundation? How can people see and get more information about that? Do you have a website?
Yes, I have a website, the JamesFrancisFoundation.org.
Okay.
Go on there. You can see the work that we do, the things that we got coming up, and then we're just out here trying to give back. We're just out here trying to let kids know, anything that you want to do, you can do. Anything that you aspire to do, you can do. It requires hard work, and we're just trying to let kids know, hey, we're here for you. In any way we can help you, we will definitely help you. We got a lot of things going on. We got a lot of camps coming up. We got a lot of summer programs coming up, giving away some food for the summer for kids who are at home all week and the parents can't, maybe in a difficult situation. So we got a lot of things going on.
Man, look at you making difference in the world. That's great. And the golf tournament is a fundraiser for the James Francis Foundation.
Yes.
When and where is that?
The golf tournament is June 11th. Hold on, make sure I'm saying. Yeah, June 11th in Texas City, Texas.
Okay.
At the Bayou City Golf Course.
Okay. Very nice.
And that's on my website too. All information is on my website.
Fantastic. That is great. Well, man, it is so great to catch up with you and have fun at that card show in Temple coming up on Saturday, and fun to reminisce about your great career here at Baylor and beyond. Thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you so much, John. You've always been 100 with me. You're a good man.
I'm with you 100 and then some. So thanks for the time. Appreciate it. We'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you.
All right, bud. Thanks very much. James Francis wore number 38 at Baylor and wore number 50 for the most part with the Bengals. But look at what he's doing with the James Francis Foundation, JamesFrancisFoundation.org. And I had forgotten until he said it about that golf tournament, but we talked to him in years past promoting that golf tournament, and they do some really good things there. So congratulations to James for staying involved. He'll be at the card show this weekend, top-notch card show at the Frank Mayborn Center in Temple. On Saturday, it's 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. James said he'll be there from noon to 2, so target that window if you want to see and talk and get an autograph from James Francis. Then it is Sunday from 10 to 4. And again, in addition to James, UT great Kwame Cavill, Billy Pittman, Ramonce Taylor, among those scheduled to appear at the card show coming up this weekend in Temple, Saturday from 11 to 6, Sunday from 10 to 4. For more information, go to topnotchcardshow.com. topnotchcardshow.com. James was such a stud, man. When he was playing, he was just big. Mm-hmm. He was just fast. He was just a natural athlete. And I can remember him just roaming all over the field from that linebacker spot. I mean, he was a linebacker because that's where he lined up, but he was just all over the field. Yeah.
My favorite thing is listening to guys tell the stories of why they came to play for Grant Taft.
Yeah.
Because I've had brief interactions with Coach Taft in here, and not really much, but that man has an aura and a presence about him. And it's always good to go back and listen to the stories of what made people tick or want to gravitate towards him, because they're just special people. And that dude was a special human.
Very much so. Yep. Very well said. And he could charm the socks off of you, and it was all genuine too. I think the thing, he was just so genuine. And James said right there, even though his brother Ron was here, he was going to Arkansas until Coach Taft spoke at their spring banquet.
And that's the fascinating thing, is like Coach Taft was, Arkansas was really good back then.
Yeah,
And you're having to recruit against these people, and you just have that natural tick, that way to sell it. And it was beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's great. So great to catch up with James Francis. Appreciate him. And remember the jamesfrancisfoundation.org if you want to help him out in any way there. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll look ahead. We'll wrap things up. We'll share some birthdays with you on this 26th day of March. Take a break and be right back. John Morris Show, brought to you by Alliance Bank Central Texas and the Brazos Landing, and brought to you by the Lake Waco Golf Club as well. Maybe you're thinking golf today, tomorrow, or this weekend. Check it out, the Lake Waco Golf Club, a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course plus an executive 18-hole par 3 course at Lake Waco. The bar and grill is open to the public. Check them out on the web, lakewacogc.com. That's the Lake Waco Golf Club. Take a break. Back with more from the TFNB studios right after this.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports,
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Looking for football talk without the fluff? It's Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell, a former NFL quarterback breaking down the game from the inside, plus real conversations about sports, leadership, life, and everything in between. No hot takes for clicks, just honest analysis, strong opinions, and stories you won't hear anywhere else. Football talk and more, the way it's supposed to be. Subscribe now to Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell on YouTube.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Back with this final segment, John Morris Show on a Thursday. Do appreciate your being with us tonight. We'll be at Rudy's for the Baylor Coaches Show tonight, 6 to 7 p.m. Joey Scrivano will be there, Baylor women's tennis coach, and Michael Ford will be there, track and field head coach. Baylor hosting the Clyde Hart Classic tomorrow and Saturday at Clyde Hart Track and Field Stadium. And this hits hard this year. This is the first Clyde Hart Classic after Coach Hart's passing recently. So there'll be some emotions there. There'll be some guys and girls that will come back to honor Coach Hart. Mrs. Hart, Maxine, will be there. They've got a presentation scheduled for her on Saturday. So this one hits in the first Clyde Hart Classic after his passing recently. So Coach Ford will be on with us on the Baylor Coaches Show tonight, 6 to 7, live from Rudy's. And then the track meet is tomorrow beginning at 11 a.m., running most of the day tomorrow and then all day on Saturday as well. All right, we like to share birthdays with you on as we wrap things up. Randall Weldon's birthday is today. Randall here in Waco. A lot of you know him. Happy birthday to him. Tom Franklin, longtime sportscaster down in the Houston area. I think for the most part retired. Do sportscasters ever really retire completely? No, I don't think so. No. If somebody called Tom and said, hey, can you do this game? He'd say, absolutely. So, but retired for the most part in Houston. Tom did U of H games a long time ago, back in Southwest Conference days, in fact. So his birthday is today. It's Megan Boyd's birthday today, married to Ryan Boyd. Megan worked at KWTX TV previously. Ashton Brimmer's birthday is today. It's Larry Vaught's birthday. Larry followed his dad, Bill Vaught, as sports editors of the Danville Advocate Messenger in my hometown. And Larry has now moved on, I don't think by his choice, from the Danville newspaper as they sort of shrunk what they do in recent years, but he's still going strong. He has a website and he does all kinds of interviews. So happy birthday to Larry Vaught up in Danville today. Who else? It is Leanne Ramsey's birthday. Leanne worked with us at Baylor in Baylor Athletics when we were with ISP. It was ISP at the time, our rights holder, and now over in Mount Vernon or Mount Pleasant? Mount Pleasant, I think, raising all those kids. So happy birthday to Leanne Ramsey. And it is Dave Shook's birthday today. Dave was our studio man for years and years when our broadcasts were with Learfield. He was in the studios, and he was just a rock solid for us in the studios. If we had any issues, we could go to Dave. If we needed scores, we could go to Dave. And he was just such an integral part of our crew. When we left Learfield to go to Playfly, we lost Dave because he is associated with Learfield. And it was just a huge void because we didn't have, and we still don't have, anyone that filled that role that Dave did. And he did it so well. And when Derek was up there in Durham, North Carolina with women's basketball last week, he and Dave got together. So that was cool. I was envious. Wish I could have been there with them. But Dave, when we left Learfield, Brian Estridge called me from TCU, and he said, are you okay if I ask Dave to be our studio host? And I said, yes, I'm fine with it. I hate to see it because it means we're losing him, but you're gaining a great guy. So that's what he does now. He's the studio host on the TCU broadcast and still doing a terrific job. And we still stay in touch. And he and Nicole are just two great people. And I really, really, really miss him as part of our broadcast. So it just speaks to the quality of person, quality of professional that Dave Shook is. And it's his birthday today. So happy birthday, Dave, across the miles. And know that you are most definitely missed on our Baylor broadcasts. All right, we'll wrap things up. Thanks for being with us today. Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow in the 9 a.m. hour. We're live 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time every day. You can find us on YouTube, on Facebook, on X, live streaming. If you're so inclined, subscribe and like, and we would appreciate that greatly. But then also archived on those platforms as well for viewing any time that fits your schedule a little bit better. Thanks to James Francis being on with us. If you missed James, go back and find that. Former Baylor All-American linebacker, Bengals linebacker. He'll be at the Card Show in Temple on Saturday from 12 to 2. So you can go down there and meet and visit with James Francis and others on Saturday. Appreciate Garrett. Appreciate Brandon behind the scenes. Lord willing, we're back tomorrow at 9. John Morris Show presented by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing. Have a terrific Thursday. Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
At DeCampley's Italian Ristorante, we are committed to providing an authentic Italian experience. Through exceptional service, delicious food, and a family environment, we want our guests to create memories that they will want to share with their family and friends. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Make your reservation today. Check us out on Facebook and at decampleys.com.
My name is David Maddox, owner of Waco Foundation Repair. I've been in business right at 20 years, incorporated since 2003, and nonstop, very busy business to be in. We stay plenty busy with this good old Central Texas ground that constantly moves and does its thing. If you think you have foundation repair issues, call Waco Foundation Repair today.
Spring has sprung, and now's a great time to schedule a checkup for your vehicle. As Texas weather changes, it's important to make sure you and your loved ones are safe on the road. Request an appointment online at CompleteCarCareCenter.com today. We're equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on your vehicle. Our experienced technicians can check the health of your tires and inspect your vehicle for any unseen issues. Kish Complete Car Care Center at 5300 Franklin, where we take pride in keeping individuals safe honestly.